Hello everyone, welcome to episode 7 of Megaman 02. In the last part, we started off Neo Arcadia's final base, and now we're going to continue on through the 3 temples of elementalness. But first off, since I've got the last GX skill, I can finally abuse Cyber Elves. And I'm just going to warn you, this is going to take up like the first 2 minutes. Because I want to show how this makes me grow, even though the first 3 only increase my health. No, I was wrong. The one that gives me 2 continues actually increases the amount of lives you start with after a game over. So instead of 2, I'll start with 4. So that's very useful, actually. As far as I know, to do a perfect S-rank run throughout the entire game, you need to not use any elves whatsoever. Which saddens me greatly. Because I was kind of thinking about doing that through 03, but I can't do that because while I love that game so much, it still has some of the hardest bosses in the series. And now we can finally get the last 2 sub-tanks, yes! So now I essentially will have, like, 3 full health bars. Have I actually taken out the Rise form since I got it? I don't think I have. And now it's time to start doing the other ones. One will help you to fight gravity. Well, actually, I don't know what they all do. The first one increases our speed. I don't remember all what these all do by heart. This one reduces wall sliding speed, so that's actually fairly useful. And this one lets you stand firm. I'm guessing that this one, I'm guessing at least, prevents knockback. Why did I jump twice? That was weird. And now for the final Cyber Elf of Cyberness. And now these two, the Icks, the Ick ending Cyber Elves that look like fat nurses, they are pretty much sub-tanks, actually. They fully restore your life, although, like all other Cyber Elves, they're one use only. Saving for the 3rd to last, wait, actually more like 4th to last time. And in the first of the elemental temples, even though I kind of spoiled that, is the Temple of Fire. And I actually think this is the most dangerous one. However, all 3 of the temples, as we're gonna hear in a few seconds, have fantastic music. But this is also the most annoying one to me, because you have to use these bombs again from Phoenix Magni in stage to blow open some more holes. Which, I'm not too thrilled about. And I barely make most of these jumps. If I hadn't used the reduced wall slider, I probably would have died in a couple of these places. Like, this boy here probably should have died there because my foot touched the lava. Always good to fill up some sub-tanks. I'm actually questioning whether or not I should energy grind the final level, but that'll inflate my time tremendously. I guess I'll just use the energy I get from the bosses. And as if that's a spoiler, there's always a boss rush in a Mega Man game. And again, there's one boss in that boss rush. I'm not gonna have to fast forward, but I'm not gonna say why. This is probably the most annoying out of all the bombs to get, because you have to angle it so precisely with your slashes. Then again, a lot of these are annoying. I can say this is probably, yet again, oddly enough, another Fafnir level. And that's a bit of a spoiler, Fafnir's the boss. Is one of my least favorite levels in the game. But luckily, unlike the first Fafnir level, and I know I've already spoiled that Fafnir's the boss, it's not that bad. Well, Fafnir's sort of the boss, you'll see what I mean soon. That went right through that hole. Come on, game. Help me out a bit here. Whoa! I should have probably died there. Ah, I love the dash attack. Oh, by the way, when you do the downward stab, you can't get out of that. Unlike Zelda 2, you can't get out of it just by unpressing the button. You go down until you hit the ground. Which can be a good and bad thing in some manners. Yay, another full restorer. You know, you think all this lava would be melting through the stone, don't you think? That is a elf today. I'd just like to point out the amount of animal-type cyber elves I've gotten throughout this playthrough. I've gotten barely any nurses or hackers compared to him. And I know I missed the health doubler one, although I'm tempted to look up where that is. You know, and I'm very tempted to look that up right now. Let's see, actually, I'm gonna look it up. Although we are coming up on the boss. Have the Thunder Chip equipped, because that is what it's weak to. And now we finally have the boss, Fafnir.
Hey, Zero. You came along to get El Paizo? I know you did. He's crazy about the Dark Elf. Leave that guy to Harpuya and have fun with me instead. Hiya! Get ready for a fight.
Well, I kinda whooped your ass last time. What the hell are you doing? What? What?
Holy shit, son!
This is, I believe it's called Mugen. I believe it's called Mugen. What's his name? I'm getting his name. I'm thinking he's called Mugen Fafnir, but I'm not too sure. If you destroy the 4 cannons, this becomes significantly easier, but he still does a lot of damage, so watch out for that. But he's still overall easy. And as if that S is a surprise with the thing.
What's the problem? Even though I have powered up, I'm no match for you. I won't give up. Someday, I will destroy you for sure. Just you wait.
That's probably never gonna happen. Oh, that's where it is. That's weird. I'm actually doing weird research right now. Oh lord, no. It's back in Phoenix Magni on stage. Yeah, I'm not revisiting that. But now we're heading to the Temple of Ice, which, if you since Fafnir was the boss of the last one, he's fire. You can probably guess that the boss of this one's gonna be Leviathan. And with kick-ass music, too. Now, this one is a lot easier than the last one, mostly because there's not as much of a fear of instant death. Don't worry, there's still instant death. There's spikes in quite a few places in here, but they're not as prominent as they were in the last stage. I have no idea how you get that energy capsule. There's something over there, I know it. I think it's probably just energy crystals, though. But this is actually a bit of a strange level, because you have to deal with both underwater physics, which in Megaman, of course, double your jumping heights, and then you have to deal with ice physics, which is not a good combination. Because there's one jump in here that is very difficult to make if you don't have cyber elves. Yeah, I'm not getting that one up. Oh no, Camtasia, start working. No. Nope. Camtasia. Camtasia. Okay. Camtasia was not responding for a minute there. Scared me. And now we have another elevator sequence, which I completely forgot to mention during Fafnir stage because I was researching. This is pretty much just a wait a minute section. There's a Cerebral if you can get along the way, which I'm going to get. In fact, it's right there. I'm guessing this is a nurse type. No, that is I believe, a hacker type. You can usually tell in the series when what type of Cyberelf is just by the name alone. Thankfully. Which is much helpful. And actually, I believe we're coming up on the jump I was mentioning earlier. Nope, no! Coming up here is the hardest jump to make in the game if you don't have Cyber Elves, as far as I can remember. You have spikes there, spikes on the wall to the right, so pretty much you have to make your jump as perfectly as possible. I just wall-clicked off of nothing. I don't know how I did that. Gotta go in full health. And now we are coming up on one of the weirdest bosses in the game in terms of design. Of course, we already know it's Leviathan. I'm waiting for you, Zero. I'm already here. I guess Fafnir's disease infected me as well. That is one bitchin' STD. Once I start thinking of you, I stop caring about the Dark Elf. Even if the world dies, I'll be happy as long as I can defeat you. Now, let's battle. So it's a disease! Where can I catch it? I want to have a mech form. That'd be awesome. And, Stingray. With a mermaid on it. Alrighty. And she makes really annoying sounds too, by the way. This, in my opinion, is probably the hardest out of all three fights with the upgraded Guardians, and as if that's a spoiler, we fought two of them like this. We're gonna fight Harpooya like this. I don't even think she gets to show off an S attack. I don't even know if these guys have S attacks. I think it's only the normal bosses that do. And then there's this attack. I believe that can either encrush you or it can just encapsulate you. I'm not too sure. I rarely ever get hit by her bigger attacks. Saving up the energy tanks for the boss rush. And she should be done for a few seconds, and ba-boom. I don't like how these guys have their very simplistic explosions. I like the complex ones like the normal bosses have. I'm getting worse than ever. The only thing I can take seriously is fighting with you. But I'm happy. I'll keep going, dreaming that I can destroy you someday. See you soon. And that's also the last we see of her until 03. You know, all these people talk about seeing you later, but we don't see them again until 03, I just realized. You don't need to be sorry that you asked us to risk our life. We risk our life daily! Downloading this other fat nurse so I can have technically another full health bar. Just in case. And now it's time for the Temple of Wind. In case following the theme, this is probably going to be the Harpooya stage. I wish there was a stage for the frog. or a Phantom replacement, that would have been awesome. Because Phantom does have a disciple in 4. Albeit Phantom's already dead by that point. And I absolutely love this theme, by the way. And again, this game's soundtrack is just badass. And by the way, when you think wind, do you think bees? Because apparently Capcom thinks so. And a lot of pantheons. And this again from the ship stage. Well, actually, it's nowhere near as bad here. Because this place is a lot more wide open, I find it a lot easier to maneuver around, except for right here where I completely forget I should dash jump from here. There we go. You have no idea. You guys actually have no idea how tempted I am to go back and get that double health cyber elf, but I don't feel like trying to get it. It's in the Magnian stage. And slot, by the way, it's secret down here. Slide down here to get a couple of E-crystals. I don't really need E-crystals anymore, though. And I think this is actually the first time I've seen these platforms this entire game. These things were in a couple places in 0-1. I forget if they even are in 0-3. Cyber health. More, Using the small one because I don't feel like wasting the big one. What's really funny is that would probably be almost a full health restore at my original health level. I'm guessing down there was a cyber elf, but I don't really need it by this point. I love abusing dashing. Actually, that's one thing I really do like about this Zero series over the X, is that the dash to me is a lot more abusable. Because in the X series, you have to press the A or circle button depending on what series you're playing on. If you're playing X1 through 3 on the Super Nintendo, it's A. If you're playing anything else later, it's circle. X, especially in the X collection. And I find that not as abusable because for charging attacks, I have to... say if I'm trying to dash jump while charging an attack in the old X games, I'd have to hold square or Y, press A... wait, no, press circle and then A at the exact same time, or circle and X at the exact same time. In this game, I could be holding B and A with one finger, then press the L button, which is the dash button, with the other, which is a lot more manageable to me. I kind of wish other X games did this, but X has the L and R buttons for something else. And we're already at the boss. Ice Chip because it's Harpuya. Jump. Oh, son of a bitch. Harpuya! You've made it here at last, Zero. His eyes look evil there. Look. This is Dark Elf. A perfect cyber elf which will bring peace to this world. It will not be long before I can get rid of all the humans who waste our valuable energy and destroy Neo Arcadia which protects them. All I have to do is destroy X, who has been interfering with the true revival of Dark Elf. I won't let that happen. You can still say such a thing? Be a good boy and die. You must know your own worth. Do you regret that you haven't shown any respect for me? Now that I am so much more than you, I have acquired a power that no one else can match. I've become invincible. It's getting late. Time to wake the Dark Elf up. Let's celebrate the new history of the world. What are the baby elves doing? Why don't you enjoy yourselves? Well then, enjoy! Curse you, invulnerable dashing! And Harpuya gets a better treatment. He gets the Cyber Elves. Ugh. Zero. Kill me. Just kill me. I will soon be controlled by baby elves. Kill me now and stop him. And now we actually have my favorite out of the 3 boss fights with the Guardians. Ow. Hawk Harpuya, as I like to call it. And by the way, I love his character dialogue. It pretty much sounds like he's screaming, "Kill me now," although I think it's Japanese for something, considering the final boss of 0-3 says something in Japanese, which we'll be getting to eventually. And I love how utterly fast I destroy him. I think this actually passes by faster than any of the others. Ice utterly decimates him, and this guy usually gives me trouble, mind you. Woo! That looked cool. I'm sad that's over, because I do like that form a lot. Hurry, Zero. Protect Master X and the world from him. I understand. Leave it to me. And we'll never see him until 03. And now it's time for us to return to the base for the final time. By the way, I'd like to mention that we actually never get to see the operator's legs. I don't think in the entire series, actually. Now it's time for me to download the final elf, because next time on Let's Play Mega Man 02, we're ending the game. Thank you guys for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And after I sort around my cyber elves... and saving for the last time, I'm gonna have to see you guys then. Once I transition off. By the way, Harpuya screams. Sound painful.